Right, hello, good morning. How y'all doing? So I couldn't rest until I came to talk about this, y'all. And I meant to talk about it all day yesterday, but I didn't get the opportunity because I was sort of busy and it was kind of a hectic day yesterday. I had readings and stuff and all kind of stuff. Um but I did manage to look at a little bit of TikTok, and I was looking at Tanera double chocolate, and she actually posted a video to her TikTok. You know, the Everybody's So Creative lady. She posted a TikTok video, and she was just basically alerting her subscribers that there's this Facebook page with like 575,000 followers, and the person on there is pretending to be her, and even speaking to people on the page as if it's her. And she's like got this song playing because it's just, she wasn't talking about it. She just like put up a thing saying, hey, this is not me on there. That's someone else pretending to be me. And she's been going through that for a minute. And anyway, so she had this song playing that it was kind of crazy, that said, you're not me, I'm me. You're you, I'm me, right? And I don't ambulance chase. I'm pretty sure some of those psychic readers over there are people that really know what they're doing. Or I'm pretty sure that they inboxed her and was like, girl, you better be careful. People know rituals and have rituals so that they can literally become you. Yeah. Hmm. Be careful out here, especially in social media. And even those of you that just have y'all Facebook pages, y'all better be careful out there. I'm telling you. People will literally try to switch places with you. Like, maybe not bodies necessarily, but switch lives with you. The shit is crazy. And you better be careful. And you got to be a pretty dynamic person for people to want to be you. And they got real strange behavior. They start copying you and then accusing you of copying them. And you're like, okay, no. They're very stalkerish, weird. Like, they will try to literally become you. Yes. And try to make you become them. Which, when you think about it, somebody that, like, a lot of y'all that have a healthy self esteem, you don't want to be somebody else. You want to be you. You want to be the best you possible. That's like normal. But you got to think about it. Everybody don't think the same. Okay, everybody don't think the same, and it depends on like what they going through. Is one of those necromancy sacrificing things, and they are up to it. Trust me. It's all kinds of shit out there. All kind of stuff that was discovered through the scope of social media because of people having access to people's blogs, to people's fucking Facebook and family photos, and people's just energy, period. And um, it can be very dangerous, especially if you got somebody that has sicknesses and ailments and stuff, and they trying to make you them and them you so that they can be healthy and vital. And then also with other stuff, money, social status, respect. Like they want the respect, the accolades that you get. They want to make the money that you want to make. They don't feel self-esteem within themselves, so that's why they feel like they got to be somebody else. So it's almost like a identity dysmorphic disorder. It's a lot like hmm, hmm. It reminds me of Hannibal Lecter in that movie where that dude was like, but he was making like no, he was literally taking the skin off of the victims' bodies and like wearing it like a suit. Yeah, y'all better be careful out there. But it's not, they don't do it like that. They do it using spiritual work. hmm That's crazy too. Mind blowing. And I've seen it happen to people too. You know what I'm saying? They looking for bodies. They looking for healthy bodies, healthy solar plexuses, healthy crown chakras. Okay, and a healthy crown chakra has not much to do with the length or the thickness of the hair, but one of the symptoms is hair falling out. That somebody's doing that to you because they want your glory, because they, for some reason, don't have it. And I'd say that it is improper spiritual guidance, the reason why they turn to shit like that. Because a lot of your healing needs to be done through the previous life, through your past life, straight up and down. And for a lot of cases. And so they should be able to heal. They should have proper guidance as far as how, like, their past lives are affecting them. But since there's so many people out here giving bad spiritual advice, because that's really bad spiritual advice, it really is. Um, I don't think necessarily Christianity goes into that, which is why it's considered to be obsolete. A lot of the religions, because they don't really go into body snatching. That's what we call it, is body snatching. Okay. Yeah. And people out there, they want to be you so bad. They'll even say what you say. They'll even have they'll have a totally different personality. You know what I'm saying? Years ago, and then as soon as you roll up, they kind of start talking like you, but then they'll be like, "You trying to steal my stilo? You try? Uh, what?" And I don't know if they're told to do that, or if it comes directly from their subconscious. Because I've done readings to where I didn't see, like, the person was purposely doing it, but they were mainly doing it through their subconscious. You have to be really, 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 really careful with insecure people with low self-esteem. And then when you see them hanging around the spiritual community, ah, God, uh-uh. Y'all done had too many. Y'all know that that's what I do for a living. Did y'all know that? I have to confirm though, like there has to be some kind of proof. My spirit guides and their advice are proof enough. I trust my spirits when they tell me something, it's the truth. So if they confirm with me, and typically people will have some kind of proof because that person just has to be in contact with you somehow, even if it's a stranger. They can do soul stealing, identity theft through their romance scams, through a lot of different ways. All they have to do is like have access to you. Y'all know how many clients I have had to literally do. It's a ritual that I do. You have to do a ritual. It's a specific ritual that you do to switch a person back, to take back you, to take you back. And then you get a mojo bag. I send you to work in a mojo bag just for safekeeping, just to, make sure that the intention is binded. But yeah, okay, people will do that. And it's very popular actually. They're not going to talk about it. I'm talking about it because I undo it. That's what I've been doing for years. Like I've had people contact me and be like, "Do I sound crazy?" And I'm like, "No, you don't." And I'll have plenty of proof to confirm it because it happens so often. And yeah, if you have kids, they'll do that too. And they try to call it a form of healing, but it's actually murder. It's actually murder. You know what I'm saying? Especially if the person that is doing it is very unhealthy or either very self destructive or suicidal sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Like, please be careful because they are trying to basically, it's not just the consciousness. When they working on you, yeah, they want your consciousness, they want your wisdom, right? But when they working on you, it's little stuff. It's like they shopping. Oh my God, this person got this going on about themselves. Let me work on that. Oh, and it's like God, it's ridiculous. It is ridiculous. It's totally ridiculous, but it's so goddamn true. What I'm saying, and I've done way too many. I've had way too many cases of that happening. Way too many cases. Like just throughout the years, like you see it all the time. Truth be told, that's what's going on when you have any kind of bullying in school because it's yeah, it's out there and it's bad, and they got specific rituals that they do for that, and you have to be very careful. You do. You have to go to somebody that knows what the hell they doing, and not too many people. That's one of them things that goes along with shamanism. um it's actually a part of my advanced class in shamanism. It's a ritual that I teach you. unless that's your direct problem and you learn at the beginning. But I think it is like important for people to understand. And a lot of times, a lot of people think that by the time they discover it, they feel like it's too late. And it's never too late. It's never too late to retrieve you. You have to retrieve you. It's pretty much a soul retrieval, but it's not just a soul retrieval. It's everything. It's your personality. It's not just things that are inward, it's things that are external to you. Yeah, it's a fucking trip. Like they'll literally try to almost reality skip. Like they want your reality while you take theirs. And it's a very, very, very detailed ritual. It is. It's very detailed. And that's just it's crazy, but anything is possible when it comes to witchcraft. Anything is possible. Okay. That's the truth. And so don't hate witchcraft, just like hate those types of people. It ain't witchcraft's fault. It ain't necromancy's fault. It's one of those things. You know what I mean? And you are not going to realize it unless you know it's out there, because you can't always assume that everybody thinks like you. People have that problem to where they want to believe that people are just like them, and no, that's not the truth. People do not think like you. um One case in point, and I wish I had names to go with the story that I'm going to tell. It is about, and like, I'm glad I don't know old girl's name, because if she just so happened to be watching, I don't give a shit because you ain't messing with me. But like, this chick, I think it was over in the UK, right? And this chick, like, they made a movie about it. And y'all probably know what I'm talking about. And this lady, this girl, she was a young girl. I think they were like, she was older than the other girl, okay, because she used to babysit her. So she was actually old enough to be her babysitter when she was a kid. But then the girl got older and she became a dancer, and she was really beautiful, and just every she was just so loved and popular because of, she was a dancer and she was talented. And of course she had a dancer's body, you know what I'm saying? She's like a ballet dancer or whatever. And this other girl that babysat her, she was a few years older. She It was nothing wrong with her. Like, I like, honestly, when you watch the movie, it's like, oh my gosh, she's crazy. Because like, she was just sitting in the mirror saying, you're fat and you're ugly, and I hate. She was just telling herself that. Like, I know y'all know what movie I'm talking about. If y'all don't, I'll try to post it. This is a true story. This actually happened. So, listen, old girl became obsessed with her, right? And she decided to set her up so that she could murder her. And basically, what she did was she had her come to like a job or something. It was a fake job because the girl had gotten older. She was like, what, 18, 17, 18. She had her show up for like a fake job thing, right? And I think she strangled her to death. Anyway, she murdered this girl, right? She killed this girl. And she was still very young at the time that it happened. You know what I'm saying? And it was a lot of people was kind of outraged about it. But over in the UK, she only did like several years in prison. Several. And what was weird about this story is that, because she's out of prison, she's out. She's released. She been released. What ended up happening was that when she went to prison, she lost like a few pounds or whatever and literally became this girl. So she murdered her, took her goddamn soul through a murder ritual, went to jail, only did like several years in prison, got out. And the girl who she murdered, her parents, her parents stated that they're not angry at her anymore, that and that she looked like their daughter. Like, I guess that was their way of making peace with it, because that would be very painful. I will never go through that. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. My heart goes out to y'all that have lost children. That was their way of coping with it, though. But the eerie part about it is that she did look like her, because she basically took her soul. Yeah, that's basically what she did. But you don't necessarily have to murder somebody. It's actually rituals that can be done to do that. Okay. And it's just insane. It really is. I guess that murdering somebody would that is like what she did. Like, if y'all know what I'm talking about, if y'all look up the story, like that's pretty much how I took it or whatever. And so she pretty much became that girl, because her parents was like, she looks like my daughter. So she basically took this girl, pretty much everything about her, probably even her soul. Like, when you think about it, like, I can't think of the name of the movie, but it was a very, very, very talked about murder case over. I believe it was in the UK, if I'm not mistaken. So, but like, there's soul snatching rituals, like there's energy snatching rituals, there's rituals that people can do to the point where, everything that everything that comes towards you, like especially witches, that that's one of the reasons why that you need to check if your spells are all of a sudden not working. And I would not ignore what I'm saying, because what's happening is that everything that you are supposed to acquire all of a sudden is going to that person. So it's life stealing. People trying to steal your life, people trying to steal you. And that is very mind trippy, because, like, how do we know who's really behind that account? Like, is the lady behind Tenero Double Chocolates, like, clone account, is it a person that could possibly be trying to look like her? And what's the plan? Is the plan to become her? Like, I'll be doing all kind of protections for real, because people are sick these days. And y'all know that if folk is crazy enough to basically attack a pregnant woman and cut her baby out of her stomach, and like sometimes the poor baby doesn't make it, like, why would you think that people would not be crazy enough to do something like that? Yeah. So be careful. Bzz, be careful. For real, for real. Because it's a lot out there that, and it ain't even about being a part of a spiritual community. It's not even about that. It's about just existing. It's about just existing. I don't know why there's some people that feel like they have to take someone else's life. And it don't matter what race, because everybody want to talk about black, everybody want to talk about white. No, it happens to white people all the time. It does. I've had plenty of white clients that that's happened to, and they've had to come to me, and it's another white person. And then I've had black people that have had other black people do that to them. It's crazy. So race don't have nothing to do with it. Okay. And spirit don't care about that, because the way they see it is, they see it as like no excuses. You can heal yourself. You can improve yourself. You can't just take this other person and what they built within themselves. You can't just take that. You know what I'm saying? You can't. Now if the person doesn't know or is unsuspecting, then perhaps you could. But there's too many people out there that are well informed. I get phone calls from people all the time. All the time. And yes, they do pay me to fix it. They sure enough do. And it's crazy, but it's the truth. These are things that you're not going to learn in school. For real. You're not going to learn that at school, you know? But yeah, and then next thing you know, people be laughing like you, talking like you, walking like you. Yeah. And it can be people in your fam bam doing it, strangers. So be careful. Oh, I like the way her skin looks. It's glowing. It's beautiful. I want that kind of skin. I want to be a natural beauty without makeup. I think that's a big one. That's a big one. And you know how you bring out your natural beauty without makeup? I make a enchanted sugar scrub. That's all you got to do. But other people, they go to the extreme. They're extremists, you know? And some people are just taught in general that in order for them to get something, they have to take from someone else, you know? And, I'm kind of familiar with that way of thinking. Not in this life. I've lived many, many lives where I've been many, many different people. And y'all know my story. you know, I even look like this lady. I'm proud to be her, because look at how much she's changed. You know what I'm saying? But I was Christian in that life, and I was robbing folks. So, you know, I would have never thought to do no crap like that. And like, you know, if you have spiritual power, because I had spiritual power back then, just not the wisdom that I have now, right? But back then I had spiritual power. And so that's why I was even able to do with that. But anyway, let's not get into that. Listen, Mercury is in retrograde. So, all of the eerie things tend to come to the surface during this time, because it's a lot happening right now. And when is Mercury going to be out of retrograde? I think we may be coming out of it now. And Mercury retrograde is an excellent time to do a lot of different, workings and bindings and stuff. It's a good time. Um, and then Mercury retrograde also explores the past and the past life, helps you remember things, uh, can do a lot. It's actually supposed to be a very healing time, but also deep mysteries of, life, just life. You know what I'm saying? So, um, mm, so be careful out there. I be seeing people and I be knowing what's wrong with them. And then I don't see them for a while. And then they come back and then it's just something different about them. They're not the same. Richie Gatz is another one. He needs a retrieval. He needs to retrieve his energy, his self, because they worked on him too. hmm I don't know if y'all know who Richie Gatz is, but you know, if you do, I be seeing people all the time. But I ain't the type of person to ambulance chase. I don't do that. I ain't about to be inboxing folks and that no, I don't do that. I don't do that. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like number one, my spirits wouldn't let me do no crap like that anyway. You know what I'm saying? Because if a person is not aware, or either they're not accepting of the information that has been given to them, it can, like, no. So, if people start to, go through certain things, or if you suffer like some kind of change in the way that you look all of a sudden, and okay, getting older is one thing, but when you start to look totally different, something ain't right with that. You know what I mean? Something ain't right. It like a person's like, even if you get older, that doesn't mean that your face changes. You know what I'm saying? That doesn't mean that the actual, like, your actual facial features change. That's not what happens when you get older. You just get older, you know? I'm gonna reveal something to y'all that I never have, but it happened to my father. And there would have been no way for me to convince him. It like, I just couldn't do anything about it. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't do anything about it. But it happened to him. And because that was not my father necessarily. That was not my father. So just FYI, it's like an inverted type of body snatcher thing. It's like they're not body snatching and making you an alien, but technically they are, because they're taking you and making you into something else. And it's so fucking bizarre and scary at the same time to a lot of people. It ain't scary to me, because I know damn well what be going on. And I realized it years ago that folks be running around here doing that. And prayer ain't gonna help with that. It's not. Hey, Unique. Hello. Jam Jam. Y'all and y'all nicknames. Hello. Yeah, that's crazy though. Shit. Shit. What did I do? I lost my balance and knocked everything over. I'm sorry. Sorry, baby. Wow. This bed is like so. There we go. Okay, got that picked up. But he looking at me like, Mom, what did you do? I'm sorry, baby. Let me get here, and I'll get another sheet for you. Um, what was I getting ready to say about that? Y'all better take heed. I think I had somebody trying to do that to me before, cause I looked in the mirror and the one thing, the dead giveaway was my nose. I'm like, my nose ain't that wide. Do you need another sheet? You sure? Okay. I'm like, my nose is not that wide. So did I spill my stuff? Did I really, really do that? No, I didn't. It's over there. Okay. Um, I've had somebody. I've had that. Yeah, yeah. No, I don't have a. I have a very distinct bridge to my nose. I don't have like and so yeah. So I was like, mm. I was like, mm. My ancestors was like, mm. So I looked in the mirror and I was like, something looks different about me. Okay, I'm getting older, yeah, but your facial features ain't supposed to change just because you get older. Like, what's up with that? Like, nah, something ain't right in the pudding. And you just do the ritual shit, and and then be all like, bye, you know, you know what I'm saying? And so people, when they know that you have like exceptional qualities about you, also, they want those qualities. So just remember that you got something like that going on. And, a lot of people that you go to, they will kind of sort of like be like, is this person crazy? Right. But I wouldn't, because I've seen it happen. Okay. And it happens a lot, even to small children. So, just take heed to that. You know what I'm saying? Y'all be careful out there, especially in social media. You got your Facebook pages, and a lot of y'all be like, I took my Facebook down. Yeah, but you had it up for like 2 years. You had it up for 2 years, 3 years, 4 years. Just taking it down. That's, because especially, I don't know why, a lot of my clients be real beautiful. And, I'll be like, you are exceptionally beautiful, and people are looking at you and they want to be you. They don't feel like they are good enough. And that is why they are trying to do that. You know what I'm saying? So, and then there's certain, like, my spirits will tell me, because the person will be like, I'm real tired. I don't feel like myself. I've been going through this. I've been going through that. Somebody's obsessed with me. I feel like I'm being watched. Yeah. So, hmm exactly. Exactly. They do. They don't just envy. They want it. They want it. They want to claim it. They want everything that's meant for you, everything that you're supposed to accomplish, everything. Like, you know what I'm saying? And just be careful with that, because And I'm not real sure if some of these practitioners be out there doing it. When I have clients that come to me and tell me that, first of all, clients typically don't know until you tell them, right? But I have had a few clients come to me and tell me that, and I'll confirm it. I can verify it because they'll show me certain correspondences between them and the other person. You know what I'm saying? So, all right, y'all be careful. And that's pretty much it. That's all I wanted to say to y'all. You know, I'll catch y'all later. Y'all have a happy Saturday. Blessings. Bye.